This is £100,000, first prize in the Gutshot winner-takes-all poker tournament.
Welcome to the Gutshot Poker Club here in central London. Tonight is our regular £50 tournament. About 72 runners, first prize about £2,000. Not bad for a night's work.
Now here at Gutshot we've got about 5,500 members, and we'd like to find out if any of them are good enough or tough enough to take on the pros and win. And most of them think they are, but then all poker players do talk a good game, don't they?
Think about it. A club golfer beating Tiger Woods. Impossible, right?
A club tennis player takes on Andre Agassi and wins. I don't think so.
But in tournament poker, we think everyone's got a chance.
In 2003, the aptly named Chris Moneymaker entered an online qualifier for the World Series of Poker. It cost him $40. He won it. Turned up in Vegas, and 6 days later he walked away with $2.5 million.
With a full house, Chris Moneymaker eliminates Sam Farhall, and the 27-year-old has stepped out of the virtual poker room and in a very swift and unlikely manner is atop the poker world.
Poker is the fastest growing game on the planet, and thanks to the internet, even an online player can now go on to win big bucks at a live tournament. But can any of the Gutshot players follow suit?
So this is how it works. Each week, 60 players from the club will enter a £50 multi-table tournament using their own money. The top 6 will go through to the next stage.
Now remember, these aren't professional poker players, they're just club members, ordinary people like you and me, and we're going to be following them throughout the series.
So, why don't we meet one?
I became interested in poker as a kid, but my dad would never let me play poker. The reason I think that poker, more than any other game, has become, so big throughout the world is that the game of poker mirrors life more than any other game.
So Dave has to make it through the 50-pounder as one of the top 6 players.
Well, this is where the pros come in. The 6 qualifiers will join the 2 guest professionals in the heads-up competition. The winner will go through to the grand final.
And that's where they get a chance to win the £100,000.
Hi Roy, tell me about heads up.
It's exactly what it means, Barry. Heads up is 2 players facing each other across the poker table. They both start with the same amount of chips, and they play until one player has won all the other players' chips. It's a bit like a boxing match with cards. You've got to show aggression, you've got to be cunning. It can last 1 hand, or it can last 100 hands.
The 8 players will draw their opponents, and the 2 pros will be seeded to keep them apart?
Yep. Then the 4 winners will progress to the semi-finals.
Then the semi-final winners will go through to the final?
Yep, and the winner will claim the seat in the £100,000 grand final.
Well, it's going to be tough. But is it going to be tough for the pros?
That's on the play against the pros. Some amateurs, they're just a non-entity. And it's great to play again. They just want to give you the chips, but then you get other amateurs who they just want to rock and roll with the devilfish. And like one guy says to me in Tunica in January, he says, "I don't care if you beat me or I beat you. I've got a good story for the boys back home." They all want to attack me and do moves on me. It's very difficult to read an amateur because they don't know what they're doing themselves. So I like the pros, mate. I always seem to do well against pro players.
So, will any of our players be intimidated?
I've been playing poker for 25 years with my family. I can't be intimidated by anybody, including professionals.
I love playing poker because I think it's brilliant and it's just me. I can't wait to take on the pros. I'm going to show them what it's all about and how to really play poker.
The Gutshot players will have 9 chances to qualify for the final. And you'll be able to follow your favourite player, because we'll be with them, at home, at work, and here at the Gutshot Club.
Every week we'll be joined by a top professional to give you some tips on how to play.
And we'll be running a competition, and you can enter by phone or online at gutshot.com.
Story of the night, pocket bullets, limp in. Get over the top, raised all in. He's short stack. He's got king jack. Turn him over. What does he flop?
I flopped the full house, and the rest is history.
Lucky fish beats Jesse James. Lucky fish.
Lucky fish. The rest is history.
Story of the night. Get out of here, man.
Every week I'll be in the commentary box.
And I'll be on the card room floor, keeping an eye on everything.
So, will our players be good enough to take on the pros and win? We'll see.
One thing I know for sure is that 100 grand certainly is a very powerful incentive.